My fiancé demanded I forgive and forget after his sister tried to sabotage my green card interview. She told immigration I was marrying for papers, and a few months later she got a call from ICE. So here's the context. I'm originally from Colombia, born and raised in Medellin, and I came to the US on a student visa for grad school. I ended up staying for work afterward, and long story short, that's where I met Daniel. We hit it off so fast it felt kind of unreal. The banter, the way he made me laugh, how he'd always walk on the outer side of the sidewalk. All that cute gentleman stuff you don't expect to still exist. Fast forward a year and a half and we were engaged. He proposed at this rooftop bar in Chicago, right by the river. It was cheesy and magical, and honestly I was so in love it didn't even feel real. Now, the only thing hanging over our heads at the time was my immigration status. My work visa was expiring soon, and we had already started talking to an immigration attorney about adjusting my status based on our marriage. Not gonna lie, that process is no joke. Interviews, joint bank accounts, proof of relationship, like they dig into your whole life. But I was ready for it. Now, here's where crap starts spiraling. Daniel has a younger sister, Emily. She was always weird with me. Not outright rude, just this passive-aggressive type where you leave every conversation wondering if she was trying to insult you or if you're just being sensitive. You know the vibe. She'd make little comments like, "Oh, you're so lucky to marry into citizenship," or "Oof, I bet your family is thrilled you landed an American." Like, girl, I have a whole degree, I speak 3 languages, and I was literally recruited out of grad school. I'm not out here gold digging for a green card. Chill. But I always let it go for Daniel, cause that was his sister and they were close. She had a rough patch a couple years back, and he basically raised her when their mom passed away. I respected that, and honestly, I thought maybe she would warm up eventually. Spoiler alert, she never did. Right before our green card interview, like literally the week before, Emily started acting even weirder. She'd pop up at our apartment uninvited, asking Daniel weird questions like, "Are you sure she's in this for love? And don't you think it's all happening a little fast?" Daniel told her to back off, and I appreciated that, but something in my gut was already screaming. I started double-checking our documents. I even made extra copies of all our photos and text history, just in case something went wrong. And then, the day before our interview, it hit the fan. I got a call from our lawyer first. She sounded pissed. "Did you know someone submitted an anonymous tip to USCIS claiming your relationship is fraudulent?" I was shook. I literally felt the blood drain from my face. My heart was pounding so loud I barely heard what she said next. Apparently, someone had emailed a report to immigration with fake screenshots of me DMing some guy saying I was just using Daniel for papers. Like graphic fake screenshots. They had my profile photo, my tone of voice, even phrases I'd actually used in real messages. It looked scarily real, except I never wrote them. Y'all, I almost threw up. Our lawyer told us not to panic, that she'd help us submit a counter affidavit and evidence that our relationship was real. But we had to be prepared for a way more intense interview now. And that's when Daniel did the unthinkable. He hesitated. Like, while I was out and crying and scrambling to pull together every legit thing I could find to prove our relationship was real, this man looked me dead in the eye and said, "Do you think maybe there's some truth to what they said? Like, are you sure this isn't partially about staying here?" Bro, I couldn't even breathe. I was like, "Are you serious right now?" That's when I realized he wasn't really on my side. Not all the way. Anyway, we made it through the interview. Barely. I cried through half of it, and Daniel was cold the whole time. Just stiff and weird and robotic. When they asked him basic stuff about me, he kept fumbling the answers. I had to correct him twice. Our lawyer said it looked bad. Like really bad. Afterward, I confronted him. I was like, "Be honest. Do you believe I'm using you?" And instead of answering me, he deflected. He said, "We'll talk about it later. I'm just stressed. You're not the only one going through something, okay?" That's when I knew. Something was off. That night, while he was asleep, I took his laptop. Couldn't fit what happens next in this short video. Full story's down below.